Good afternoon. I'm New York State Attorney General Eric Schneiderman. As most of you know, last October, amidst reports of misconduct and potential illegality in the daily fantasy sports industry, our office opened investigations into DraftKings and FanDuel, the two dominant companies in that industry. Among other things, it became clear to us that the daily fantasy sports wagers offered by both DraftKings and FanDuel were gambling and illegal in the state of New York. On November 10th, 2015, I sent cease and desist letters to both companies demanding that they stop accepting bets from New York residents. And we are here today because effective this morning, DraftKings and FanDuel have both ceased and desisted from taking bets from New Yorkers. I'm sorry it took so long and cost so much money, but today DraftKings and FanDuel did the right thing. This is a decisive and important victory for the rule of law in New York State. No company or individual, no matter how powerful or well-financed, is above the law. And as I've said from the start, daily fantasy sports operators are free to go to the legislature and the governor if they want to change the law. But my job is to enforce the laws of the state of New York. And as of today, DraftKings and FanDuel have agreed to abide by those laws. Today's agreement also creates an expedited path to resolve components of the litigation in the event of a change in the law or a ruling by the appellate division. Finally, and very important, this agreement, it has no effect on the consumer fraud and false advertising claims made by this office against both companies. Those claims have and will continue to move forward. In December, my office obtained a preliminary injunction in New York State Supreme Court to stop these companies from accepting any more wagers in New York, and we won. FanDuel and DraftKings appealed that decision in our favor, and that appeal is still pending in the appellate division. So this does not end our legal action against DraftKings and FanDuel, but it is a tremendous step. The agreement we've entered into today preserves the appeal and provides that the issue of the legality of daily fantasy sports will either be resolved in Albany or we will return to court, where I remain very confident that Judge Mendez's December 11th injunction in our favor will be upheld and that we will prevail. Thank you.
Some questions on this topic first. You can identify your Alex with CBS News. The main argument made by these companies is that they're a game of skill versus chance, not gambling. What evidence do you guys have that made you vote in this favor that it is a game of chance and gambling?
Well, we've submitted a lot of papers laying that out, and the judge who heard the case ruled in our favor, that in fact, under the laws of New York, it's gambling. So we've made that case. We prevailed. I think if we do return to the appellate division, I'm confident we'll prevail there.
Why do you think this happened now?
You'd have to ask the companies. I've sent them a cease and desist letter November 10th. I'm glad they've ceased and desisted, but exactly. I have to say, there have been discussions on an ongoing basis, off and on, and different approaches have been proposed. We had give credit where credit is due, some good lawyering, particularly by a couple of the lawyers at Deba Voice who did some good work to figure out how to craft an agreement. But exactly what the timing is and the reason for it, you'd have to ask them.
They came to you?
There were discussions back and forth, but this form of the agreement was really crafted over the course of the last week or so. But the ideas emerged from discussions that have been going on for months.
Back with Fox 5. Players that have money with these companies, are those funds now frozen, or do they get that back?
No, they're not accepting, and they've taken steps, and this is laid out in the agreement. They're blocking, as they've done with other states, they're blocking any future wagers as of today. So anyone who's already made a bet, it's not like they lose their money.
But if you've deposited money into one of those accounts and no bets yet, can you get that money back?
Yeah, they have to return the money. Yes, I don't think they're going to